Hi pearls, welcome back to our channel. Today I'm going to be doing a quick tutorial on goddess locks, so stay tuned. So what I'm doing here is just pulling all of my locks back and just leaving one out so I can show you basically how to do a goddess lock. I got my locks done professionally done, but after watching my tutorials online, I realized, hey, I can totally do this on my own. So with the single lock out, I'm basically undoing the lock that was originally done. It definitely needs to be spruced up a bit, so I'm gently cutting away and unraveling the lock, as you can see. So I am glad we're keeping in this part of me undoing the lock, just because oftentimes we do see tutorials about how to put the goddess lock in and how to install, but you don't usually see on how to undo the lock. So when I first got it done, I was like totally nervous, like, will I have to chop all my hair off? Is my real hair gonna actually lock? How am I gonna take it out? But I'm glad that I'm showing you guys this now, because there is a way that you can gently remove it and without doing any damage to your actual hair. So you can see that I'm just gently basically unraveling it. It's so much easier than box braids, to be honest, because it's just pretty much no contact with your real hair. So exactly, you could just see me just tugging and pulling and unraveling gently, of course. At last, so I finally removed the Marley hair, and now I'm getting ready to undo the free tress curly hair that was under. And basically what I did was just braid my real hair into the free tress curly hair, and it's a little bit of a softer texture, so literally it just comes right off. The braids unravel very easily. So now that I've completely removed the lock that was originally there, I'm gently combing it out, removing any residue that was at the base. And now I'm grabbing my free tress curly hair. Like I mentioned before, the texture is really soft. It has a little bit of a kink or a curl to it. Here I'm combining two pieces of the free tress hair. One is the longer blonde hair, which is going to give me the goddess lock effect. As you can see, I'm measuring it against one of my other locks so I can get the proper length. And then the shorter hair or hair piece from the free tress is just to give that braid texture so that it's not too thin and that the free tress hair doesn't just slip out. So I kind of like to double it up. That's optional. If you like it with just that single strand, you can, but I like my braid to be nice and thick and feel sturdy. So that's why I'm combining that shorter piece. And also keep in mind that you're not braiding the free tress curly hair all the way down to the tip. You're gonna leave that piece at the bottom loose so that it gives you that goddess lock feel, and with the lock at the root to stem, and then the tip is a curly. I want my lock to be blonde at the tip, so that's why I choose the longer piece to be like that golden brown, honey brown color. So I'm just continuing on trying to make the braid as tight as possible, making sure that the braid stays secure. And look at that, as soon as I reach the end of the shorter, darker strand that I included in the braid, it leaves that goddess lock piece at the bottom loose. And you're gonna see me kind of just leave it there. So I've completed my braid, as you can see, and of course I left the tip out. That's going to be my goddess effect at the end. And now it's time to add the Marley hair. The Marley hair, I really like it because it's more of a coarse texture. So when you apply it, it looks like an actual dreadlock. I like to kind of stretch it out a little bit so it doesn't look too uniform. It gives you that coarse, more natural, more authentic look. So after I've stretched it out completely, not too much, you don't want to go crazy on the stretching. This part is importante. So I kind of leave a piece of the blonde Marley hair out and I attach it to the braid. I slowly take the longer piece of the Marley hair and I wrap it around the base of my braid. I do it about 3 times, and you want to do it firm but not too firm, just so that it gives you a tight lock. And as you can see, I'm wrapping it around just to secure the base. Now that I've secured the base of my lock, I'm going to start working my way down and wrapping the braid and that extra piece of Marley hair that I left out that I'm attaching to the braid. I'm wrapping the entire thing. So as you can see here, I'm demonstrating my pointer finger and my thumb. I'm holding the lock firm as I'm working my way down and wrapping it down. So the focus is on getting a firm lock and covering the braid completely without leaving anything exposed, like leaving the braid exposed. So that thumb and pointer finger is helping me create a well-wrapped firm lock. And just to make sure that everything is in place and covered, I will use my other hand to just feel on it. It's also important to mention that as I'm wrapping the Marley hair around my box braid, that I'm laying the Marley hair flat. I'm not twisting the Marley hair and then wrapping it around my braid. I'm not doing any special technique with the Marley hair. I'm just laying it flat and literally just wrapping it around my box braid. So after I've completed my goddess lock to the desired length that I want, I'm taking a little bit of fire and just smoothing out any flyaways, any kinks. I'm also going to twist the hair a little bit just to make sure everything is nice and secure and in place. And that's basically it. There you have it. This is my goddess lock. If you want to add more of the Marley hair to the tip because you don't want to leave that much curl out, you're free to do so. And finally, I'm adding my finishing touches, which is baby hairs, of course. And that's all, folks. Mwah. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Love you. See you next time.